welcome back to my blog, My Camera God and I. So today I wanted to just explain the title, like the reason why I came up with the title, and then just the kind of little step-by-step that you can see underneath. If you go onto my blog site, you'll see those 3 little words which may not seem like much but have so much significance to me. So I just wanted to go a little bit just so you guys can kind of have an insight of my thought process and why I came up with that. So I think My Camera God and I is very self-explanatory. Was this step-by-step. So I know I've probably mentioned before that I suffered with a bit of depression during uni, post-uni, and then just so coming out of that, it was really this year actually. So I graduated, finished uni in 2015, and it was really this year where mentally I feel like I've become a lot stronger. I don't know how else to explain it. There's been a load of obviously there has been a load of experiences that I've been through, which have obviously brought me to this point. But if I talk about the ones that made me come up with the idea of step by step, everyone knows Noah's Ark, the story of Noah's Ark, and God showed the rainbow as a promise to Noah and his people that he would never again flood the world. So a rainbow signifies a promise that God keeps between himself and his people, the ones who believe him or believe in him. Number 1. Number 2, rainbows have 7 colours in them, and in the Bible 7 symbolises perfection. So I was in my room, and again, I feel like this is maybe like a recurring thing for me. I'm continuously questioning God and if he is gonna literally do what he said he would do in my life. It's crazy, I'm an idiot. But yeah, anyway. So I was in my room, and again, I think I had left my house that day, and I felt like sometimes when you see this the same scenery around you, it doesn't really help your mood that much. And I was listening to a YouTube clip that my pastor had done, and it was titled, "If you can see it, you can have it." I'm going to put the link 100% in my blog post. But so anyway, that day I was just in my room and I was listening to that clip, and basically I'm not going to spoil it for you because I want you guys to watch it, but it's literally saying step outside. Like, if you're trapped inside your mind, if you're trapped inside your feelings, your insecurities, step outside of that. Trust God. God's not limited to four walls. I was in my room. God's not limited to that. I may be like a square thinker, God's a circle thinker. God, he has no bounds. He's just boom, out there. Nothing is too hard for him. So I was just right, I'm going outside. That's it, done. I've decided I'm leaving, I'm going for a walk, whatever. Took my camera, took my notebook, and was going for a walk, and I had a specific place in mind. So I had planned where I wanted to go. There was a specific park I wanted to go, sit down, take some pictures, do some writing. And as I was walking there, again it starts raining, and I was like, God no, my camera. So anyway, it was raining, and I was walking, and I get to this point, the point where I knew I would turn left to go to where I wanted to go. And I get there, and there's this voice inside of me, which I would say is the Holy Spirit. So anyway, the Holy Spirit was saying to me, turn right. And I was like, really? Because I want to go left. And left is where it's at. Left is the nice scenery. The left is where I'll take all the best pictures. Left is where I can sit down and just write down my thoughts and whatever. And this voice inside of me was just no, go right. And I was just but right, it doesn't look that nice. It's dingy. It was like an old school it's just, I was like, God, I'm not going to take any nice pictures there. What would be the point of me coming out with my camera in the rain? If I'm not actually going to do anything decent with it. And it was just just no, just turn right. So I was like, fine, I'll go right. I turned right and I was just like looking around like, what even is this place? This isn't where I should be. This isn't where I would take, what I had in mind, like my idea of what I had. And then I looked up and yes, you guessed it, I saw a rainbow. Not worry, to just trust God at each step, because when I was going for that walk, God said turn right. So if I hadn't turned right and I had turned left, I would have missed the rainbow, I would have missed the promise, I would have missed the confirmation, I would have missed it. And I would still have been in my feelings, I would still have been low and upset, and I probably would have even spiraled even to like a lower mood, back to where I would have been last year. But because I listened and I trusted God at each step, and literally as I looked up and I saw that rainbow, I literally heard a voice my voice say to me, step by step, trust God, each step. You may not know what's coming, like around the corner, but if God says go right, then go right. Even if you don't understand, even if it makes no sense, do it. Trust the Holy Spirit in you, trust your conscience, like, He knows. So that's why I came up with step by step. It's just very significant to me. I don't think it makes a lot of sense to people, but literally step by step, trust God. Because if I hadn't trusted Him each step, went right, I would have, left. I would have missed the rainbow. I would have missed His confirmation. I would have missed His promise. I would have missed the fact that He said that He will perfect, because the rainbow, 7 colours equals perfection, 7 equals perfection. I would just missed it, and I would have just not been happy. But now obviously there are struggles every day, right? You go through stuff, you question yourself every day. But because I've had those experiences, I'm like, okay, God, I trust you. Even if it doesn't make sense, I trust you. Even if I don't enjoy the process, I trust you. Even if I don't like the environment, the people, I trust you. I trust that I'm going through this now because the outcome will be better. Each step is for a reason. You're intentional about everything. I've written not so many, that's a lie. I've written about 2 poems titled Step by Step. So I will put on my blog the poem. I've written 2, so there's Step by Step and Step Outside. So I'll put both of them up. One's on my Instagram anyway, but yeah. No one follows me on Instagram, so I'll just put it on my blog so you guys can have a read. Enjoy. See you guys next time.